is up, guys? My name is Tyler and welcome to the season finale of the Marseille career mode. It's been a very long season. It's been a very long time coming to hit this day, but it's finally come, the season finale of the Marseille career mode. I'm hyped, and if you guys are hyped as well, be sure to drop a like on the video right now. In fact, if we can hit over 100 likes, it's been a while since I've asked for 100 likes on any video at all, so if you guys can hit for this episode, that would be more than appreciated right now. In fact, go down to that like button. It's season finale hype. Let's hit 100 likes on today's video. But today, obviously, huge episode. Arguably the biggest episode in the series thus far. We are closing in on what will happen in the league. We're obviously 2 points behind PSG. There's 3 games remaining, so we could easily still win the league if they slip up somewhere. And on top of that, we have the Champions League final, which I'm not going to show you guys who it's against. I did ask in the previous episode who you guys think we're going to be playing in the Champions League final. And if you look on your screen closely, you guys can see who we're coming up against, but I'm not going to point it out. It'll be for the ones that actually look hard enough and can see it. But we're actually going to be simulating this game. I know we're closing in the league, but Troyes sit bottom in real life and they sit bottom in this game. So I thought we might as well simulate this game. If they're not doing well, we could probably easily get a win, but now that I've said that, I know that we're going to lose because it happened when we faced Lorient, who were sitting 17th at the time, and also against, I can't remember who it was against, but it was another team that was in 17th at the time as well. So maybe it will change in this time around. Saying that, right as I say that actually, they score, which is not good. It's 1-1. Can we please get another one? Cabela, can you get another pen maybe and score it for us? 70th minute now, nothing happening. Please, Boga coming on. Can you score us a winner? Diaby gets sent off, and they score, and they actually win. Like, I don't know what it is, but whenever I simulate against a team that sits in the bottom 3 of the table, I lose. But thankfully, PSG only got a draw out of their last game, so it's still possible with 2 games remaining. They probably need to lose and at least draw 1. So it's not going to happen. Basically, what I'm trying to say, it's not going to happen. We'll go ahead and get into a training session. Pretty much the only thing we're going to do today is probably play the Champions League final. I knew the league was going to be a little bit too tough, but I thought we could definitely get away with simulating that game. But I guess not. And to be honest, I don't think our side's good enough anyway to win the league just yet. In saying that, we're in the Champions League final, so that sounds a bit off. But Champions League's been interesting in this series. We've gone from last season, Valencia won Champions League, and this season there's been plenty of upsets as well. So anything can happen. We're going to simulate this game against Metz. They also sit near the bottom 4 of the table, and I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. We're going to simulate this game and see what happens as well. But we need to take a look at the inbox as well. From the previous episode, we did get 7 million added to our budget, as well as Luca Dean out for 4 weeks, so not good news at that. But other than that, we can now get into this game against Metz and auto-replace the unavailable player, which is Luca Dean. Mendy takes his place, but it should be good enough now to get the win. We're at home with our first team against the team that sits in the bottom 4 of the table. We should easily be able to get the win. Faguli scores in the 13th. We're going to skip in the 25th. Skip! We win 3-1. Rafinha, Faguli, and Cabela getting on the goal sheet. They got a red card at one point. We were able to capitalize and get the win. So, looking at things, it's impossible for us to win the league unless we go absolutely ham and just score a crap ton of goals, because we are 8 goals behind on goal difference right now, so pretty much it's unlikely we're going to win the league. So they did well, they closed out, they capitalized on their chances, and PSG are rightfully going to win the league in my opinion. They did well, fair play to them, and we are going to finish second once again, but the season's not over there. We can still win the Champions League final a season after we won the Europa League final, so I'm not too upset at all, although I said winning the league was my priority, but at the end of the day, I thought simulating would make things a bit more interesting, maybe a bit more realistic as well, and I'm kind of satisfied with how things went. I know a lot of people would be disappointed I didn't play every game, but at the same time, series wouldn't progress if I played every single game, so can't be upset at all. We're still in with the shout for the Champions League final, so as I said, can't really complain. We're going to get to the final game, though, against Bastia. We're going to use our second team for this one just because I want to make sure my first team is fully fit for the game in the Champions League final. Simulate match against Bastia. It was going to be a big episode. I hyped it up a lot, but it looks like we're finishing second in the league, which can't complain about too much. We win 2-0. Lamina's out with a red card. They also got a red card as well, but that is where the season is going to end. We'll go ahead and get into another training session. Ooh, looks like you guys might have saw who we're facing in the Champions League final, but simulate anything happening with our training session. No, Andrade can't hit 83. Fred hit 82 after we advanced a month, and Ambrose, nothing happening with him whatsoever. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how the league ended. Before I do so, we got 15 million added to our budget. We might as well just give some money for contracts, etc., because we have a lot of money to work with. Player suspended as well. In player conversations, Ribery's upset? Really? I really don't know why he's upset. He plays almost every single game for us, but either way, this is how the league ended. 3 points off of PSG. I feel like if we gave another season a go in this series, we'd be able to strengthen up enough to be able to beat PSG with simulating involved as well, not even playing every single game. So yeah, it's still a little bit heartbreaking not winning the league, but we're getting closer and closer. We're getting better and better. Next season for sure, if we did another season, we would definitely win the league. Troyes somehow escaped relegation. Their win against us, where we simulated against them, helped them stay in the league. Fair play to them. Metz and Lens, or Lens going down, however you want to pronounce their name. Not too shabby. Lille, Lyon, Marseille, PSG, and Bordeaux all getting European places, but that's how the league ended. And now time for another training session. I have a feeling Andrade is going to go up to 82, and he does with only a D and a C. But he still goes up regardless because he was pretty close in attack positioning and long passing to going up, and he goes up in his rating now to 82 overall. And after that training session, we have a few things to look over. First off, a youth scout report available. It's the final one of the season. This guy's not good enough, so we'll go ahead and reject him. He's not good enough as well. This guy's good enough, but he's a goalkeeper, and we have plenty of those, so goodbye. This guy's also a goalkeeper, and this guy is not good enough. And as for France, once again, not good enough. Not good enough. This guy's a goalkeeper. He's good enough, but again, a goalkeeper I don't need. Thibaut Jean. He's good enough. Go ahead and sign him up. And then this guy, once again, not good enough, and a goalkeeper. But other than that, I've had so many of these emails. Youth player wants out, youth player wants out. It's for the same guy, Romain Francois. I've sent him a contract offer. He hasn't responded to it yet. But yet he's consistently telling me he wants out. I don't understand that. Why aren't you just accepting my contract offer, or at least declining it and let me go in for you again? Like, I don't understand. But regardless, as I did have a lot of money from our Champions League progress in the league ending, I did set some contract offers through, one for Franck Ribéry, one for Loic Remy, and one actually for Benjamin Mendy, and he actually accepted. He told me basically the whole season that he wanted to stay, wanted to go, wanted to stay, wanted to go, wanted to stay, wanted to go. He finally ended off with, I'm going to go for sure, and then of course, I give him a bit more money, 40,000 more than he's making right now, and the great little bastard accepted, so we'll have him for next season as a backup left back. But other than that, looks like a player returned from injury. It is Luca Dean, which is good. We'll have him for the final, which we're gonna go ahead and jump straight into right now. I am so hyped. Let's take a look at both sides. We're playing on legendary 6-minute halves for this game, and the mystery opponent we're coming up against for the Champions League final is Wolfsburg. Julian Draxler out on the left, Vieirinha on the right, Max Kruse up front. They're a pretty good side. Don't really know how they made the Champions League final. They caused a few upsets here and there, but don't really know how they made it. I'd rather face a bigger opponent such as Bayern and Madrid, who we knocked out with this team on screen right now. Our first team starting 11, and hopefully it can give us another trophy in this series. Ricardo Rodriguez sees Julian Draxler open on that left wing. Julian Draxler cuts inside, plays a beautiful ball over. Never mind. Nice tackle from Franck Ribéry. We're through, playing it across to Victor Andrade, who's gonna smash it past Diego Benaglio in the 17th minute. We're 1-0 ahead in the Champions League final. Let's go. Funnily enough, I think it was Andrade who scored first for us in the Europa League final last season. He does it again here. Ribéry gets the assist, and we're 1-0 ahead. Rafinha finding Remy, takes one touch, passes over to Victor Andrade, who's gonna play over to Sofiane Feghouli, who's onside. Very, I guess, desperate shot. Wasn't a shot we needed to take, and Benaglio makes an easy save. Finds Andrade to Remy. Remy with the drag back, sees Rafinha in space. Rafinha's gonna burb a spin around now, though. Finesse shot with his left foot. 38th minute, we're 2-0 ahead. It's looking like we're gonna win the Champions League. Arias sees Sofiane. Oh my god, the finesse shot hits off the post from the rebound as well. He can't direct it on target, but at least we're going into halftime 2-0 leaders. Oh, that's a decent ball over. Vieirinha. Oh, wow. I thought for sure they were going to get one back. Remy turning Dante. Going to shoot cross goal. Benaglio forced to make a nice save. Remy winning it once again. And try to beat now, though. He wins it back somehow. Finds Andrade. Takes it first time. Another big save. That's a good ball over the top to Julian Draxler. cutting inside, Draxler over to Max Kruse, and he can't control it. What an opportunity wasted. They're still on it in the box, but it's cleared, and I can't believe they didn't get a goal out of that. Goal scorers Rafinha and Victor Andrade are going to come off the pitch now for Batshuayi and Remy Cabella, two key players that I feel like definitely need to feature in this Champions League final since they helped us get here. So they will come on the pitch now in the 69th minute, the final 20 minutes of the game. Hopefully we can hold on to the win. And our final substitution is going to be another key player, Fred, coming on for Santiago Arias. I'm going to play him at right back for the final 13 minutes of the game so that he can, get a run in the Champions League final. Like Cabella and Batshuayi, I think he deserves it. We're going through here. Not a good pass. Remy cutting through their defense. Come on, Remy. Oh my god. The rainbow. Oh my god. That is an absolutely sensational goal from Loic Remy. Best goal of the series, hands down. I cannot believe he just did that. Skins two defenders, goes ball roll to a Ronaldo chop, to a rainbow flick on the volley. Scores past Diego Benaglio to make it 3-0 in the Champions League final. And that goal's amazing regardless, but the fact that he scored it in a Champions League final is absolute filth. 3-0. It's cleared away. There's 3 minutes of added time, and I feel like we've had most of those. Caliuri gonna push forward now. We're gonna give it to Rakik, and that's where the ref is gonna blow for full time. We win the Champions League final just a season after we won the Europa League. That is absolutely sensational. I cannot believe it. Look at the players' faces. They cannot believe it either. Loic Remy, that man right there, scoring an absolutely sensational goal. I cannot believe we just pulled this off. Absolutely outstanding, and it's time to celebrate. I'm tearing up, man. This team somehow won the Champions League. I mean, you could say our draw was a little bit kind to us. I mean, we saw Wolfsburg in the final, definitely not the best of opponents, but we beat the likes of Real Madrid and Bayern to get here. They beat the likes of Barcelona to get here, so to say that it was kind to us, I think is unfair, because we beat the opponents that were ahead of us. We beat them on the highest difficulty possible. So I think it's deserved. And I said before the season started, it's a little bit unlikely we'll do well in Champions League, but our team was good enough. Looking at it on paper, every single one of our players over 80 overall, an 86 rated keeper, an 85 rated left winger, an 82 rated striker, an 82 rated center forward, an 83 rated right winger, an 85 rated center mid. That is just an incredible team, and it played absolutely brilliantly when we needed them to the most in a Champions League final. To be honest, I don't feel like these stats really depict what happened in the game. They really didn't play that well at all. They had a few chances here and there, but they were never clear-cut chances like ours were. 6 shots, 5 on target, absolutely clinical, scoring 3 of those. 46% possession as well. We were pretty even tackle-wise as well. On top of that, take a look at the player ratings. Who was the man of the match for us? It was Steve Mandanda, coming up big with 6 saves. The man that's always saved us in this career mode once again saves us again. The captain who lifted the trophy, deservedly so. Andrade, Rafinha, and Arias coming off. Both of them getting goals except for Arias. I said both, but Rafinha and Andrade getting goals, as well as Loic Remy scoring the goal of the series thus far. Absolutely ludicrous strike from him. Batshuayi didn't do too bad when he came on. Diarra was pretty good. Luca Dean getting a 7.8 from left back. After recently coming back from injury, he was definitely up to play in the Champions League final, as well as Franck Ribéry with an 8.1, has the second highest match rating. He's won a Champions League before, and he wins one again with Olympique Marseille. But either way, I'm still just in complete shock. It's time for the final training session of this season. Not a bad result, not great. Ambrose almost got up to a 72 despite getting an F. That is pretty incredible, pretty remarkable at that. But that is the final training session. That's pretty much all we have to go through. Let's take a look at the office as well. We get 15 million euros added to our budget, as well as Romain Francois accepted his contract offer. He does have a potential of 81 to 87, and I believe he's 58 overall right now as a center mid, so not too shabby. We'll take a look at him right here. He's 57 overall as a cam. Does he have 4-star skill moves, please? He has 5-star skill moves. That's incredible. He's 6'3" as well. Can play center forward and center mid. He looks like an absolute tank out of midfield with 5-star skill moves. 6'3"? Absolutely ridiculous. But the final thing we're going to look at, I'm going to keep this completely live as well, is the final standings in Europa League. First off, I want to see what happened there. Confederation Cup, don't care if it loads. I don't know why this always loads really slowly. Like, you think that they would like help career mode a bit by making the menus a bit faster, since they don't add anything else to career mode, but it's obvious they don't care about career mode at all. But Fenerbahce beating Valencia, last year's Champions League winners, in the Europa League final, which I was kind of looking for Valencia to win this game, to be honest, but that did not happen. What happened in like the cups, not the Champions Cup, we obviously won that. The Copa Europe, we obviously won that. The European International Cup, Wolfsburg won, which is the friendly tournament we were in. Coupe de Ligue, Monaco won, that's not too shabby. And then the Coupe Nationale, Toulouse won. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and look at what happens in terms of top scorers. Ben Yedder with 18, Buffal with 14, who was our top goal scorer. We don't even have one in the top 15. That just shows how much of like a team we actually were. Like, we were so... I guess there wasn't one player that was the star of the show, is basically what I'm trying to say. Batshuayi was our top goal scorer, I should say, which is a bit surprising because last year he wasn't great. Faguli gets 8. That rhymes. I'm proud of that. Batshuayi, oh yeah, I'm scrolling down. I was like, why is he there again? But it just went up. So there we go. Top assisters, we did have Rafinha in 4th place with 7. Diarra had 5. Not too bad at all. And clean sheets, Mandanda, best keeper in the league, 17 clean sheets. Yellow cards and red cards, don't really care too much about those, but not a bad season at all. Definitely Mandanda deserves probably the player of the season. I'm not too sure. It's weird because when I was thinking of who's going to be the player of the season, there will be another episode of this series, by the way, soon. It'll be an award show type thing, but I've been thinking, like, who will be the player of the season? I really haven't been thinking Mandanda, and maybe I should have, because 17 clean sheets is huge. He's the highest rated player in the team. Maybe he deserves it. Who knows? You guys will have to find out in that video, as I mentioned. Now, the final thing to look at is the other league tables in different leagues. I believe I have to just, go to here? Oh, other leagues. There we go. I was going to click on the tables again, but that's obviously not what we want to do. So, big leagues. What do we want to look at? Belgium, Anderlecht, looking like they won the league. I'm not sure who won in the playoff, though. Chile's not a big league, I guess. I'm sorry if you're from Chile. England, Manchester City winning the league over Man United. Who's getting promoted? Leicester. That's just hilarious that they won the championship, but in real life they're winning the Premier League. Yeah, kind of funny. Preston going up, Portsmouth going up, France, obviously we know what happened there, but who's coming up next season? Angers and Nancy. That's realistic because Nancy are actually going up in real life as well. Who's going down? Metz and Lens, we already saw that actually. Germany, Bayern Munich won the league over Dortmund. Werder Bremen and Leipzig going up. Italy, Juventus obviously won again. What else happened? Netherlands, Ajax won. Norway, Rosenborg won. Portugal, Sporting won. Anything else? Zenit won Russia. As for Spain, anything interesting? Real Madrid winning the league over Barcelona. Atleti finished in 7th, which is kind of surprising to be fair. Turkey, Besiktas winning despite Fenerbahce winning the Europa League. And then United States, this doesn't really matter too much. Real Salt Lake in 18th is a bit disappointing, but that is where we're going to end off the season. If you guys want to see a season 3, if you guys are still watching at this point, by the way, I want you guys to comment something like, I don't know. I want you to comment hashtag Remy for Puskas Award. That's the goal of the year, basically. The award show at the end of the year. When they do the Ballon d'Or, they do the goal award show, and I think Remy could be in with a shout with that goal he just scored in the Champions League final. So hashtag Remy for Puskas Award. I'll put it on the screen right now. If you guys are still watching at this point, put that down in the comment section. But there, as I said, there will of course be another episode of this season where I'll go through the awards, who won goal of the season, player of the season, etc., etc. And then on top of that, I want you guys to let me know if I should do a Season 3 right now or later in this FIFA cycle. I'll leave a straw poll down in the description below for you guys to go ahead and vote on that. If you want to see a Season 3 right now, I'll do it alongside the Juventus career mode and maybe the Swindon career mode if I decide to continue that. It's been a while since I've uploaded that, so I'm not too sure if I'm going to be continuing that, but Juventus career mode and Marseille career mode uploaded alongside each other, or just Juventus and Swindon? Let me know. I'll leave a straw poll to that in the description down below. But other than that, that's the end of season number 2. If you did enjoy, a like would be absolutely awesome. 100 likes is the goal for this episode. And other than that, I've been TRayALLDay or Tyler, and I'll catch you guys next time.